Just like I did a murder on Hop. What a great transition. Nailed it.
Poor Hop.
Your party stands bloody and beaten in a massive warped cavern of the far realm Sis. Deep within the sphere of doom. We see the heap of gore and slime of the defeated beholder from the earlier battle. Sitting on the floor nearby, its ritual stopped. Small victory to be had as you gather yourselves only moments after thy Olek, the Elithalich, plane shifted away. And what you suspect would have been the final moments before the battle's end.
Didn't need that.
The sting of its escape made that much worse because of what became of your new companion, Captain Hop. We see flashes of what took place those moments ago. Hop's holy rapier tearing from the ether as he struck out from invisibility at one of the multiple arcane images of the Elithalich. The shielding arcane barrier flashing out, parrying the blow and giving the creature the opportunity to lash out with its paralysis-inducing tendrils, leaving Hop in a helpless position, ensnared by the deadly creature, who would only moments later use its hidden lamprey-like beak to crack open his skull and extract his brain. A horrifying alien feast. The body of Captain Hop now lays at the feet of Dyson Zoman, behind the stalagmite where most of the battle took place. The upper room where the assault began is full of scattered brain matter from the defeated intellect devourers, and an eerie quiet hangs in the air, where we begin our session. And as you can see, Nate's not here. He's just so mad. Just so mad that he's just done. Just threw in the towel.
Stern but fair.
Stern but fair. No, of course, Nate will be back next week with some. Who the hell knows? Wilding out. But here you are. Here you are. Corpse of Hop lie at your feet. As everyone kind of comes together and everything. The battle now over.
This isn't good.
Liv undersells it.
Dyson just kind of kneeling over Hop, examining the hole in his head.
Like shockingly clean, like a Xerxes bullet wound. But you can kind of see
Xerxes.
into the cavity, and there's just nada in there. Nada. Slurped out through a fun, twisty straw. Monstrous. Monstrous.
Well, he definitely knows we're here now.
For those that need reminded.
That is for sure. And we're down one.
He will no doubt need to lick his wounds, as will we. But yes, he certainly knows we're here.
Well,
Probably
we need
is.
some way to press the offensive.
If only I had an offensive cantrip.
If
Who built
only.
me?
Problem is, we don't know where he went. If he went and warned, or let the ooze master know, then Luthio may no longer be an ally for us if the word gets put out that we're here.
Yeah, maybe. These liches, they don't necessarily always seem like they play nice with each other either.
That's true.
Keep to their own sections.
If I had to guess, I would say this is certainly a black mark on him, one that he would not be too keen to share with so many looking to
It's
climb
true.
the ladder and take his place.
It's
Yes,
like
he
the
also
other
seemed
lich.
quite weak when he left.
It's true. Well, now do we go back to Luthio? Luthio, well, not him, but the room he granted us, and rest there and come back and search.
Yeah, but we've already searched a lot of this place. And we'd just be waiting for somebody to show up in the areas we can go to. Because we lack the key.
We haven't gone underwater yet.
That is true.
It's that, or go back to Luthio and ask to be sent to the Ooze Master.
I would surmise that if we press the issue here, it would almost force the master of the area to come back and protect his stake and his claim.
You mean
And
like
if
cause
not-
more damage here?
Yeah, if not, we have weakened the area for when we come back. But who would allow their home to be ransacked?
What have we ransacked yet, aside from a beholder?
If Viserys found out one of his generals was allowing those in his dominion to be put down, I don't think that weakness would be honored. I think the leaders of these realms are in a cutthroat, do or die business. And I don't think that they can stand having their house razed and pillaged, knowing that they would have to report that. That is my opinion. If we want to go to the Ooze, I will gladly go to the Ooze.
I don't disagree. I think my question is, do we rest first? Or do we mean so that if he did come back, we're back at full strength?
To that, Zoman would kneel down to Hop and say, "You're very dexterous, my friend, very quick. Even money would have been on you to be the one to make it out alive. But you needed to be stronger." And we'll reach into Hop's breast pocket and toss the chess piece to Stephen. He will also relay that basically he's fine. Like, he's down a couple of second level spell slots, but it's up to the rest of the party to decide rest or continue.
Bison's well off. He looks barely scratched.
Roll20's doing its weekly I crash when you try to open a character sheet game, so give me a second.
What does the beholder look like now? Is it like covered in that like?
The slime is kind of like slopping off of it. It was like opaque and totally covering it in this like thick green, like, not transparent slime. It's a lot more viscous, or a lot more runny, and it's like more translucent, and it's just kind of like looks like almost like melting jello around it, and it's just kind of like slopping onto the floor around it. And the corpse actually looks more decomposed than you would expect it to look.
Okay.
After only being dead for hours at this point.
Maybe something Lich was doing. Because I remember we had trouble looting it, or attempting to loot it before, but we couldn't because it was all the slime.
Yeah, it was really covered in the slime. You got some. You did get something off of it. You got the ring of invisibility,
which I will take off of Hop's body, and it's now back in the bag of holding, unless someone else wants it.
Does it require attunement?
Yeah.
Okay. So Dyson's just.
I'm just saying we have.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So Dyson's just going to take a second look at Beyond.
Yeah, you can go over there and like you can see a lot more clearly, and as you kind of look over it, you can be pretty sure that there's nothing else of value on this thing, that you did manage to get the only thing of value off of it.
All right.
How many
other than
it
does have bracelets on multiple of its eye stalks that look like the ones that Hop had.
So it was a prisoner as well.
Yes, it appears so.
How many charges are left on the chest piece, Zoman, do you know?
I think all of them. The last time,
all of them as well.
Yeah, we used it in the aftermath of that first lich.
Steven will take a few hits. I don't remember what the roll is.
I don't recall. It's Cure Wounds, I think.
Yeah, I think it's just a level 1 Cure Wounds using Will's.
Yeah, it's 1d8 plus 5.
Nice. There's 10 charges, right?
I want to say 11. Let me. Yeah, 10, twice the intelligence modifier.
I'll use 3, and let's have no one use a couple as well. She looks pretty beat up.
Can you roll? Just roll 2. Roll 2 more. We'll see where she's at. Hopefully. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, she's basically all the way up.
It's nice to know that roll 20 is broken right off the bat. Just because it shows that we're both still bloodied.
Yeah, just she's still bloodied too. I'm gonna restart the thing and see if that'll help us out.
All right. I'd like to. There's no place to bury his body. If none of y'all will find it disrespectful, I would like to at least burn it so that he doesn't lay here for whatever other monsters are in this area.
Or just brought back as a zombie.
Yeah, no one will suggest bringing him back to the chamber with Luthio, bringing him back there where we were staying. perhaps there's something that can be done. That at least gives us the option, she'll say.
Stephen will say out loud, not in his brain, I don't know if I want to know what that option is. But yeah, that's fine.
She'll agree. But having the option seems better than not.
Oh, no, she couldn't hear that, just for the record. Because
she can hear.
She can't. Oh, that's right. I thought she couldn't hear worse.
Mute.
She just can't talk.
Yeah.
She can hear.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. No, yeah. Basically thinks that it's a good idea to keep the option open. And also just that brings all his stuff back. If we're going that way anyway. If not, then just dump his body there and come back later. Because who knows if we'll need the hopster or not at this point.
So
that's a good option indeed.
The two places that we could start messing with stuff, if you will, we could go down to that seal where we saw something being summoned and try and do damage there. Or we could see what's underwater. But if my memory serves me correctly, those are the only areas we have access to. Because I believe to our south is Fog Gate, right?
Yes, so you remember from this room, there is this fog gate to the south. There is 2 fog gates to the north, and then the hole that leads you back to the garbage heap, where there's a black gate to the north, and then that portal, and multiple more fog gates that are unpassable.
But the other piece was like through the trapdoor, there was a second area.
Yeah, there's the fork
led down into water. Which we had not gone yet. Yeah.
Yes.
But those are the only 2 areas where we can get to without a key.
Correct.
Or we can go back to Luthio and go to the ooze.
Yeah.
Or you can go back to Luthio.
Or aren't all these areas connected in 2 places? Like, could we ask Luthio where the other side into this place is?
So there are multiple black gates throughout, but he can only send you through black gates where they send the feed, where they send the pigs.
And it was 1 total option?
Yeah, he could send you to 1 place here. And then there were multiple other places in other parts of the sphere that he could take you. And then he also had 1 place that takes you into the ooze grottos as well.
Yeah.
Because basically what he kind of told you is like they send these pigs through as feed, slop. Yeah. And so he can send you into those other areas through those black gates. But he doesn't know how to send you through black gates that he doesn't know about.
Yeah.
But you can use black gates to get back from any black gate to get back to that room. He showed you how to get to that room.
So I think Zoman would want to re-talk about the Prime Directive here. Like, Steven's looking for somebody. Zoman is looking for somebody as well who's less likely to be there. Do we as a group, because it feels like, we're being drawn toward beat these 3 bosses, get these keys, go to this special area. But do we as a group really care about that? Or are we just trying to 100% these maps to find Planeswalker? And if he's not here, do we really care about getting the keys and entering the sanctuary or whatever it is? Or is there a reason for us to need to do that other than for us to tell Luthio we're doing it so that he'll leave us alone?
I mean, as far as Dyson is concerned, he doesn't care much about whoever this planeswalker is. He would prefer to get out of here. And back to wherever reality we came from.
Because the only warning we were given was don't come out too soon because he'll see you, meaning Viserys.
Yeah. It's been days in here.
Yeah, if enough time hasn't passed, we can just chill in Luthio's and say we're waiting for some reason to take down his enemies. Or go back to the original Lich place, knowing we've wiped that place out. And just let time pass if we feel like not enough is gone, but... Or maybe Planeswalker is in the Sanctuary. You know, who knows?
You mean the temple?
The temple, yeah.
That's the only reason Steven... That's the only argument Steven would posit of keeping going. That at this rate, like... Luthio, and who knows if we can trust him, anything he says, but he let us live, so that's something. Luthio did not seem to indicate a zone where we could look, and so that makes me think that if Paragus is anywhere, it's in the temple. But Steven is very torn, I think, is the simplest way to sum it all up, because if the message from Saru hadn't been there, he would have been immediately like, well, let's get out of here. Like, we're gone, see ya. Let's get some more, let's get the final few embers that we need and gear up for boss fight. But yeah, I don't know. Steven doesn't know why he's here. He doesn't understand how Saru sent a message to him when Saru is dead. And we know Saru didn't want to come back. Yeah. Doesn't answer your question.
The viewers are going to be blown away when we've been thinking Steven is Paragus, and then all of a sudden we find him and hear Nate's voice.
Yeah. I still can't wait. No, this or the scene where Steven, finds Paragus and it's just a mirror, and he's been searching for himself all along, and he assumes the mantle.
The treasure was in you all along.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hate when you guys figure me out so easily.
Well,
It's the
practically, I
friends you
think.
made along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practically,
Yeah,
I think we can check and see if somebody's summoning right now, and if not, go to the water.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
seems.
let's start checking on that. That's a good option. It's the closest thing.
Yeah. There's not much risk to it, so let's go do that.
Yeah. Good call.
Back
Because
to
you're right, Will.
the trash.
Oh yeah, we have to deal with the mayonnaise, don't we?
Wait, no, isn't this before the trash?
To get to the summoning circle, we have to go back through the trash and deal with our mayonnaise loving friends. To get to the water, we can just go straight there.
That's right.
Seem reasonable. We'll just tell them you get mayonnaise at the same frequency you get pigs. Once a day.
I'm going to be the one that tells them, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Pigs first, mayonnaise second. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any mayonnaise.
Yep.
All right.
I've forgotten.
Let's get it over with.
Never mind.
Okay.
Well, I love that you used the phrase "prime directive." That made me very happy.
You all climbing through the tunnels, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You go down the tunnels and travel for a while before passing the fork that leads to the water. Passing that, go on, and eventually you can climb out of the garbage heap. Where do we put you? Oh my god, my mouse is going insane. We'll put you here. The Otyugs are actually not anywhere to be found, except for their large forms, just shifting through the trash. As you guys begin to exit, you will start pulling their attention. They start kind of peeking out and drooling your general direction.
Your thing, Dylan.
Hello, my friends of the garbage pile.
Food givers. I already
Yes,
forgot to fat givers.
yes.
More fat.
You will be getting more of the mayonnaise every time you get feed. Afterwards, of course. New dessert, of course.
We would like fat now.
The fat
keep
will
walking.
come with the next meal. Every 24 hours. Same as it always has been. Just with an extra course.
Next time we see
Keep
you,
walking.
we get fat.
Walked right into that one.
Yes.
Oh, good. We will wait.
Yes, next time you see me, you will get fed.
Yes.
More mayonnaise.
Fat. Fat from Dragon Man.
Yes. Only from Dragon Man.
They howl in delight.
I will return. And he'll motion for everybody else to start moving south.
They wag their horrible tentacles like tails. And howl in delight, waiting for man. God, that is such a disgusting token. They literally have like the little hairs and the slickness. It's really gross. Love Otyugs. They're great. All right. They seem to allow you to leave without provocation. And they dive into their garbage heaps.
In the Zoman's mind, how often does that thing refill?
I think it's once a day.
They definitely want more.
Whoops.
It is good sustenance. It'll keep you going for quite some time. You think they'd prefer honey next time? Or
Ooh,
beer?
Honey's fat.
Mm.
Honey's fat. That's
Honey's
a good
probably
idea.
a better bet.
Yeah. Is this door open, Michael?
If you left it open, it is open.
Okay. Well, I can just see into the room completely, so it looks like we left it open.
Yeah.
Okay. Assuming there's not actually anyone in here.
No, there's just kind of low glowing glyphs on the floor in that circle. But
Can I do an Arcana check?
yeah,
Can I assist Stephen?
absolutely.
Does that mean I get advantage?
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. Oh, wrong room. Almost read the wrong room. Yeah, so Stephen, kind of looking over these glyphs a little more closely. Yeah, you can tell that these like symbols, these arcane runes, you can kind of begin to piece them together, kind of like matching certain ones together and kind of essentially like code breaking this arcane symbols that you don't fully like understand into a little more sense. And you can kind of tell that they are essentially, it is in some way a summoning circle, as you kind of thought. And that the magic that's kind of drawn from within these, when they're like powered up, could be used to call forth creatures from, you guessed it, the far realm. You, with that, actually can further tell that it needs a very specific ritual to do that. And that it could be disabled by like defacing particular pieces of this puzzle. With that,
like what we did to the teleportation circle in the mine.
Yeah, I mean, you blew that one up, I think, with black powder, but
yeah, but it's same concept.
Yeah,
of
same
like,
concept. You'd think that it's a little more, like a little more delicate, this situation, than that. Like you probably are happy Xerxes isn't here for disarming this style of bone, if you will. But yeah, you do think that you could basically deface particular runes here with nice delicate hands. I think it would be great to have the pause of the Captain Hop right now to do such a thing. But
do you think we could sabotage it?
Yeah, definitely.
Not as in just destroy, but as the way to manipulate it so something comes that they aren't expecting.
We're so on the edge of my knowledge here. I'm sure we could accidentally do that, but we wouldn't know what's coming either. So I lean more
that's
towards
fine.
just the disable piece, and that way we at least know what the outcome is. I'm not a big fan of wild cards, if you will.
Who said we were to be anywhere near this when it went off?
I'm sure there would be some sort of ripple effect. Yeah, so how do I think I can disable this, Michael? It's not just me throwing a bunch of fire bolts at it, it sounds like.
No, so you'll need a pretty deft Arcana check to kind of identify exactly what needs to be disabled, and then nice high dexterous check, if you will, with a steady hand. Maybe someone with some kind of tool proficiencies or something.
Got all the tool proficiencies.
Well, let's start with the Arcana bit first, right? Just to figure out where to.
Can I help Steven out with that too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
Right. He's been looking at a lot of the black gate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can articulate what we're looking for. It's Arcana with guidance. Wasn't as good.
We'll go ahead and blow a +5 on that as well.
Okay.
So that's now a 24.
Okay. Steven, you're feeling fairly confident that you can point out the right areas that need to be tampered with.
Okay. And so now we need someone with some tools.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, meta-wise, what sort of check are we talking about? Literally a tool check?
Do you want me to list off my tools?
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be great.
Thieves' tools, tinker's tools, cartographer's tools, calligrapher's supplies, smith's tools.
So I've got 2 things that might help you as well. Or maybe they'll just tell me, I don't know. There's that little guy, which basically says I can create any types of tools.
I also
Takes-
have that.
Takes an hour. And I've got that guy.
I don't have that.
Okay, so
But the only thing I'm proficient with is thieves and smiths. So if it's any of those other ones you listed,
You have. Steven thinks it would take nice, intricate detailing, like a thieves' tool would probably be your best bet here.
thieves' tools it is. Let's have Zoman give it
And
a
then,
shot.
well, since Dyson is also proficient, he can
Proficient.
aid situation.
Okay, so same as before, but this time rules rolling. So Dyson's assisting. You've got guidance, and I will show you exactly what and where to do, or where to do it and what to do to it.
I have, before I push this button, I have no idea if this is keyed into my character sheet correctly. It's got a question. It's got a question mark beside.
Oh, it'll pop up with a query, and then ask you which thing you want to use, and you'll just choose Dex.
Okay.
How's your dex?
Oh, it is not great.
Do you have a minus?
No, it's a
Do we want to?
it's a +3.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're fine. If you're +3, then
Yeah.
plus
But
expertise.
That's- yeah,
it's
and proficiency
+3.
double.
But I don't have proficiency in Dex saves. Does that matter?
No.
It should.
That's
If
something
you're proficient with the thieves' tools,
I'll
You
just
should-
push it and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll make sure the double
Yeah.
bonus is in there.
yeah, we're good. We did
32
it. We're
seems
fine.
good. +10. Yeah, that seems probably
Suck it, Hop.
All right.
Died
Yeah,
like
you
20 minutes
you
ago, man. Have some chill.
you're very like agile with it, and Dyson's in there as well, kind of like clearing the way and kind of pointing out, okay, angle it, leveling it out, and yeah, you guys get down there, chip away at part of this rune that Steven has kind of like found, and the glow just all dies at once, and it just doesn't seem like it. It is no longer active. And if I had a
Great work,
big
team.
X, I would put it on that.
So do we like hide
Bam.
and see if someone comes to check on it? Or what do we do?
See, well, there's two different entrances, right?
Two.
Here.
Fog gate to our west and the door to the north.
But there's also a fog gate to the east, right here.
There is. There's a fog gate
Oh yeah.
to the east, fog gate to the west, fog gate further up into the west, and then a door to the north with a black gate.
Should we know where that goes?
You do know where that goes.
I mean, I kind of doubt the grunts are going to wander through the Otiok trash pile.
No.
People love trash. You forget that.
Yeah, grunts are trash.
And fat.
Yeah,
People really love that.
I don't get that enough, apparently.
Dive, and you can see like those little things just like watching you as you move around over there from the pile. Watching your every move.
Don't ever adopt kids.
I mean, I don't love the idea of just sitting and waiting and hoping, but
Do you have the alarm spell?
I do have the alarm spell. What a great idea. I will cast Alarm as a ritual. Goodness knows I didn't have that prepared.
So,
You're waiting for at least 11 minutes. Minimum.
While I cast that spell, yeah.
so it's a 20-foot
Yeah.
cube.
I think just in
Because we have two options. We have that one, and then the door to the east right here.
Well,
Can you
let's
have more
make it
than one
easier on
instance
ourselves.
of alarm?
Yeah. Yeah, you could just take 22 minutes.
Okay, we can do that.
But what, as a 20-foot cube, you could probably cover a decent amount of space and feel comfortable, but you could do 2 of them.
The other option is just do the specific part of the room that we messed up. Figure whoever would come would look at it.
That's
If we're
fair.
worried about 11 minutes.
Well, I'm thinking, like, if we are going to wait here, like, we can, setting up an ambush sort of thing. I don't know how we're going to hide.
That's the thing. I like the alarm spell to go underwater, and if we hear it, we could go back.
Can you cast the hut?
It will take 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how long it'll take for somebody to come back around here. How often, I'm going to ask no one, how often did, in the abyssal prisons, would they summon creatures in?
Whenever they were needed, up to daily for some days.
But not all day, every day.
Not all day, no. Not constant.
Yeah, so it could be a whole day.
Would there be a way for you to know if somebody disabled one of your ports? Like, does that set off some sort of...
It was quite different. Our circles were more or less holding chambers to keep the demons or devils in. We needed names to summon them. What was your listener's name again? Far realm. Master something. I've already forgotten because he's just so dead. On team.
Did he direct y'all to summon? Like, did you have to get orders from him to do it?
Yes, it was specific. We were given a name, given the demon we would be bringing in, or devil.
So even if it's different here, with him being gone, there might not be anyone to check for a little while because he's off licking his wounds somewhere.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
Yes, we saw he wasn't the one summoning when we were last here. So it's possible someone else overlooks this. But they might need a directive to do so. Or maybe they just show up when it's the time set. Not much help.
Okay. Well, there is that little nook Dyson points to in that corner back there. With the hut up, make the color like the walls. Because you can change that, right? The look of the hut. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll notice it after a second, but they can give us at least a moment. They might not notice it right away. Or we could hide in the mansion. If the alarm spell still works. That. Makes sense. Just saying some options.
Yeah, the only other one is we could set the alarm spell and then go check out the underwater area.
It's true.
Someone feels like he could take no one one-on-one. So we could keep someone here with the ring on. If someone comes, like if it's more than one, it'd be a problem, but use the ring of invisibility. Someone comes in to see what's wrong, beat the brakes off of them, take the key. but that means splitting the party while the other people go in the water.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Just to be clear, Zoman's fine. Like he would say, he's fine in the water. It doesn't scare him. He's not scared. He's not scared of water and that being underwater in that heavy armor. He's totally fine. But if somebody wanted him to stay behind, like he'd be willing to do that for the good of the group.
Glad Zoman was willing to take one for the team.
Nolan, did you have a key? Remind me, in the Abyssal Prison Zone?
She did not carry one. She could get through by
Yeah,
her
she was just able to move
tattoo.
with her head, right?
Correct.
Did
But one of the
like,
others you killed did have a
Okay.
key.
Okay, so it's not like... Okay. Well, if you're worried about a zone, we can just wait here and ambush.
I would think if they have a way of knowing it's disabled and they'll come and check on it if something's wrong with it, they'll be here quickly. And if not, it'll be another day or more based on what no one is saying. So if they don't come in the next 22 minutes, they're probably not coming.
That's reasonable logic to me.
So what are we doing? What's your plan?
Steven is casting the alarm spell as a ritual.
Cool.
Because if we're going to be sitting here waiting, might as well get that spell out of it.
And where do you want to put it? Which
someone drew
region
a nice-
of the room?
I've got one as well, Steven, if you want to
Oh,
double
cool.
up.
Can you cast it as a ritual?
It's got an R beside it.
only
definitely-
certain casters can cast spells. as
Yeah,
rituals.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
don't waste a spell slot on that.
I would doubt that well, it's not prepared. Like I can't cast it if I can't do
Oh,
it
then there you go.
ritually.
Yeah.
And I mean, artificers
I
are
don't know.
not full
Artificer
casters.
Might
Like
be
I only have
better.
4th level spells. I would doubt they would have the ability to if some can't.
I'm pretty sure Wizards is the only class that can also only ritual cast while not having it prepared. Because it's in their spell book.
Yeah, I think it's a feat you would have to take.
Well, I'm not getting rid of Long
Oh,
Strider or
maybe not.
Silvery Barbs. So unless you want the chess piece to hold 11 charges of alarm, I'm not going to prepare it.
You definitely should not.
That does sound kind of right, though.
That's hilarious.
You can cast an artificial spell as a ritual if that spell has the ritual tag and you have the spell prepared.
Tough break.
But you need it prepared if you're going to ritual cast it for an artificer. Wizards are the only special boys.
Special boys.
So what you thinking, Steven? You want to place it somewhere or you want to do two?
I'll start with this one, the one that someone has conveniently drawn.
That me.
Already.
I do that. You
Oh,
like that?
cool.
You like that spot?
Yeah, love it.
Okay. Steven begins casting that. What's everybody want to do? Anything over the next 10 minutes? No. Nothing happens over the next 11 minutes.
Cast one on the other door.
We
And
left
I'll do
Hop's
it. and
body,
I'll do
right?
it. I'll do it. Say again.
Yeah, we did.
We left Hop's body, okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I put it like on the portal thing. On the black gate.
Oh, that was on that level.
We can say that you just sent it through if you want.
That'd be great.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. You've got 2 doors covered. 22 minutes have passed. And some
Okay.
change.
Do we want to wait any longer or go explore the underwater?
Go explore the underwater, I suppose. To go back by the OTX.
Presuming you
Give
chose
some hunt.
mental for the alarm rather than audio.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, that is correct.
And you like a random iPhone tone?
I think the duck
iPhone.
dogs barking is a great one.
Cool. I like that. Great. Okay.
Let's give the OTX some honey and get on getting on.
Wait, can we use it again?
Well, we
Once
use
a
it for
day.
mayonnaise.
Why?
I thought we could use it for honey.
No, it's anything. You get
whoops.
one thing a day.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah. So like you're realizing when Zoman says that, like he would have to drink water one day, and then the next day all he would get was either mayonnaise or honey,
5
with
pounds of
no
mayonnaise.
water to wash it
Oof.
down.
And now you understand why that room smelled as bad as it did.
Hey.
Is it too late to feed hops then?
Oh, we should have grabbed all the brains.
Oh yeah, that would have been smart.
Okay, actually, do any of our casters have Prestidigitation?
It's a cleric spell.
Prestidigitation is not a cleric.
It's a cleric cantrip, I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Wizards
No.
cast that
It's
shit.
like a.
What
It's
do
an
you
arc-
want
it's
to-
a
Oh, really?
Prestidigitation. I'm
What do
pretty
you want to
sure
explore?
it can change the flavor of things.
It can, yeah.
Can. Yeah, it definitely can.
True, Heather.
So,
you're
we just gotta
saying-
find some things to give to.
So
to
hops can
eat.
taste like chicken instead.
Something tells me they wouldn't mind rabbit. Like, just straight up.
Yeah, I'm sure they would love rabbit.
So, maybe we pool some of our rations together. I don't know. Or take.
Well, either way, I can't cast it. Can you?
I don't know. Does Lagandu have it?
I have it. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I was about to
Oh,
say
cool.
no one might have it.
Yeah, that's
She has
of course she would
garbage.
have that.
No, she doesn't.
Damn.
Great. Thanks, no one.
She has mending for some reason. I don't.
That's
Oh, wow.
good. Can she mend the hole in Hop's head?
No, but like the small tear in his cloak, she could handle.
Great.
So, trade-offs.
It's such a great rule that all our female NPCs are worthless.
Hey, I mean, she almost fireballed that thing to death last time. So
I don't know. The
remember
haste that one time was really nice,
until it wasn't.
and then that
Yeah.
other time it wasn't.
I still can't believe you can't haste. Like,
Can't upcast it.
can't upcast it and haste everything. That's
Yeah.
insane to me. It's not a thing in this game.
Well, if you're a sorcerer, you can twin cast it.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
But yeah, I thought that was.
Alright, I like the idea. Let's pool some rations. Give it a little taste. And see how they like it.
What does it taste like, Lagandu? You're the one casting the spell.
Oh, I don't know. You guys. How?
Make it something. It doesn't have to be taste like mayonnaise. Not that I know that you've tasted mayonnaise before, but just something fat, little, fattening, maybe a little sweet, little tangy.
Something rich
Yeah.
and creamy.
It's going to taste like cream cheese frosting. with a little bit of lime added to it.
Wow.
So it's a
Love
nice
that.
little bit of bitterness.
All right. Okay.
These guys are so spoiled. They're never going to eat
And
pig
yeah,
again.
You're ruining them.
No.
we're gonna form it into round mounds and call them rabbit's feet.
Jeez.
All right.
Dark, and I like it.
Bison collects the rabbit's feet
Love it. Great.
and is going to lead everyone back into the trash room.
The boys come out and are just screaming in delight about Fat. They're so excited for Fat.
Yes, I have returned, and I do have the treats. I have made them up. Now gather round in the center of the room, and Dyson is just going to make his way there.
They do this. They do as you ask, and they are so dang excited. Wagging their tentacles and drooling. Man, look at how happy they are. They're like little dogs.
They actually do look
Except
very
they're the
happy.
size of small elephants. They're the size of small elephants, and they have telepathic thoughts and a whole 6 intelligence.
You have been such good boys. I have gotten a new treat from you from one of my good friends. We call them rabbit's feet.
Ooh, rabbit's feet. Yes, give us rabbit's feet.
And he'll start like throwing them on the ground like someone feeding pigeons in a park. And while he's doing this, he's like beckoning everyone behind him to get to the tunnel.
They, again, just howling with utter delight as they slurp down these magically infused rations that you have mushed together and named Rabbit's Feet as y'all sneak into the tunnel. If you want to give me a marching order that you guys want to enter the water in.
Steven needs to cast a spell first, right?
Yeah, you all. I just want to know. It basically
Yeah.
just form a line.
Just wanted to
in the garbage heap there.
make sure that spell was going to get cast. Or we just wander in and start drowning.
You can put Nolan wherever you want her.
Dyson can go first.
Does that feel like a nice?
Yeah, let's put Zoman in the back.
So how
Your
does
weakest swimmer in the back? That's
But not 'cause he's
Love
scared.
that. Not because he's scared.
No, definitely not. He's the rear guard.
Because he's gonna sink.
he's our anchor, man?
Nice.
All right, you guys climb into the tunnel and make your way down again and back to that fork where you come up to that dip as it slowly goes down, and as it gets to a certain point, the tunnel just has this still dark water.
Hey, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Dyson's armor for a second.
Let's.
So, I know he and Zoman have the opposite models of armor.
They do have different.
Zoman has the Guardian,
Yeah.
Dyson has the Infiltrator, which removes some of the, classic heavy armor stuff like the disadvantage on stealth.
Yes.
And that, psionics technically are also used to move it. How does this affect moving in water?
So, I think you are going to have a little easier of a time moving in water with your armor. I mean, honestly, Zoman's armor is also obviously a not just sink like a stone type things. Your psionics that power it will give you obviously like bursts of movement when you need it. But generally, I think you'll be just athletics with disadvantage as you're kind of making your way through the water at a slower speed than regularly would.
Roger that.
But you'll be able to kind of use your flying abilities if necessary to kind of zip through the water, psionically powered if you need to. And I don't know what all tricks Zoman has up his sleeve with his armor.
Neither do I.
But we'll find out as needed, if needed. That's the other thing. Y'all don't even know what you're going to find on the other side.
Has an hour passed since we fought the Mind Flayer?
Yeah, I believe with all the ritual casting, we'll probably get close to an hour.
Okay. So Longstrider's gone at this point.
Yeah, by the time that you guys get to the water, it will be. Because I think water breathing is another ritual.
He'll recast
Yeah, it is.
Longstrider on himself
Okay, cool.
before going down.
Dope. Any other spells that are going to need recasting? Steve, I don't know how long see invisibility lasts. Is that an hour? Or is that?
I think it's just an hour. Let me double check.
That was another thing I like better about Pathfinder. It's like 1 times your level and stuff, so you, like things last so much longer.
Yeah, it's just an
Oh,
hour.
wow.
So when we enter the water, I'll recast it.
Cool. Okay. And into the water we watch. All of you slowly start to go. I think that the camera holds as Zoman's the last one trudging into the water. But eventually, I think he goes, does he not?
He goes. He's got a mission.
And the mission will continue after our 8:27 break. Okay. So you should find yourselves in a nice little box. Great.
Yep. Love it.
Cramped little box.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got water breathing. We got see invisibility. We got long strider. We got anything else I need to know about? Swim speeds.
It hasn't come
underwater
up.
secrets.
Hadn't come up before now, but Zoman has superior dark vision. So 120 feet instead of 60.
Right. Oh, you are set up for superior already. So that's nice. Okay.
Does that mean
so we got
Bison is the only one who can't see 120 feet out?
we got 320
Yeah.
people, and 2 of them can see through magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. All right. You travel through this cramped tunnel, moving downwards for a while, and it feels like it kind of curls in this corkscrew for some time as you're heading down. It is probably somewhat terrifying if you're in any way afraid of being underwater or the like. Dyson and Zoman, you guys are probably able to kind of keep generally walking while the rest of everyone else is kind of like swimming, pulling themselves through. Be harder for them to swim, but you guys could be weighted down to a point where you could kind of just like walk if you so desired, because this is just like a tight like 5 foot kind of semicircular tunnel with a floor. It just appears to be completely flooded and incomplete and utter darkness, which is even more so terrifying. Just because you got dark vision doesn't mean it ain't dark. So it's pretty spooky, I would say. I would be terrified, but I'm also not a whatever level hero who has fought so many things.
It's true.
But you also did just witness one of your good buddies get his head cracked open and his brain sucked out. So I would be just terrified still, even if I was a hero. That's me. I'm not a hero.
He wasn't really a good buddy, but yeah, no, we get the idea.
Just
He was a nice buddy.
a nice
Yeah.
acquaintance, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a good trajectory for sure.
yeah, things were on the move. Things were looking good.
Alright.
You get to the area ahead appears to
Love that.
into a larger base. Let me just give you, as you approach kind of this widening portion, you can see that it kind of widens into this like craggy, regularly like more cave-like on the walls, like not worked stone, and you get the sense that you are, on the floor. You are at the farthest, lowest point as you get to this kind of edge and look out and look up. Something in the realm of 70 feet across from you, you can see the wall, just kind of this circular, circular worked room. And you can look up, and very far over, it's very dark, but you can see that it's lighter as you look upwards, as if you're coming out of a tunnel at the bottom of a very deep pool, because you can see what you assume to be the surface through kind of murky, dark water. Very difficult to tell how far above you, but it's not 12 feet. You get the sense it's very far above you. Some might say hundreds of feet above you, but it's hard to give an exact. And it's dark, it's murky. There are craggy overhangs. It's not just sheer edges all the way up. You can see, there are some parts that seem to kind of come and overhang above you on the edges, where it's this literal cave-like shape, but you can kind of see that somewhere above you is surface. And the water's a little murky, a little spooky. You do get the cool sense that if something swam above you, you might have a chance to see it. But that's just if something was swimming up there. I don't know if anything's in this water. I'm just no one. Who's terrified?
Yeah.
I'm sure she is, actually.
And there's no carvings or anything on the cave walls, no signs of non-natural formations, right?
You can make a perception check. Not that you immediately see just from walking out, but if you want to search around.
I'd love to.
At the bottom of this deep dark pool.
Are there any any other entrances or exits or tunnels?
Not at the bottom that you see.
Not at the bottom?
Yeah, you don't see, you can, especially those of you with the superior dark vision that can see like a little further, like dies in the edges of your vision, you can kind of see the wall on the other side, but they can kind of see a little more clearly, and they don't see any exits or entrance, and you don't pick up any either on this bottom area of the pool. There are some undulations in the bottom of the floor, but you get a sense that you can basically see everything.
All right. He's just keeping his eye peeled for danger then.
And is there anywhere like further to go, or is it like as we kind of walk around, it's just up? Like there's
Yeah.
no forward. It's just we're now at the bottom, and up is the only direction.
Yeah, if you guys kind of move out further into the center of the area and kind of like really like investigating that bottom portion, you see some overhangs above you that might be blocking possible more entrances or exits. But like within 30 to 40 feet, you would say, like where you can really clearly see your surroundings. I mean, as clear as you can in the very dark, murky water. You feel confident that there's not like any tunnels that you can pick out.
Well, upwards we go, I guess, then, right?
Yeah. Need any help, Zoman?
Zoman will. He's putting on an aura of self-reliance more than usual, and it's like easy to see he's overcompensating. The short man's, like the Napoleon's complex is really kicking in.
Yeah.
All right. Away we go.
Start the swim upwards. Tell me about how you would like to do this. Is this a going along the edge? Is this an open water center of the pool swim? Is this everyone splits up as to not get fireballed underwater?
Zoman's hugging the wall.
What's the play?
I don't know which wall, but Zoman is hugging a wall on the way up.
Okay.
I think the wall's the play. Keeping out of the center seems like a good.
Seems smart.
Yeah, for absolute with zero evidence to support it, it sounds reasonable.
Party togetherness.
Sounds logical.
Kind of going up the wall.
Yeah, in a line, I guess.
Steven, real quick.
Yep.
Is he's not swimming as much as he is shadow jumping.
Okay. Just waiting.
It's dark, right? Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah, so he's gonna nightcrawler his way up the wall.
I love that. It's great. But staying with the party as much as possible.
Sure, but kind of just like bouncing around. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not separating from the pack, but just, kind of Sonic the Hedgehogging around.
Great. Love that. Okay. I am pretty sure there's some 15 pluses in the group for the passive.
Yes.
Those
of you with that 15 plus, I'm going to let you do a active perception roll because I'm sure you're looking around.
Yeah.
But with that passive, you're looking in the right areas. Someone is looking in a really right area, it seems. Stevo. Dyson. Gandu, pretty dang up there as well. You do see something, whether it's because a shadow kind of like somewhere above you blocks light and draws your eye in that area. But even in Dyson especially, Lagandu's eyes drawn in the same direction. He just doesn't see exactly the same detail by which the others see it, but a large shape darts out from, if you're on the southern wall, from somewhere on the western wall, something in the sense of 80 to 100 feet above you. Darts out, kind of out in a cross, and this is a very flowing movement. And as it like gets to the center, it really quickly darts back somewhere else, kind of like a zigzag in a different direction. Stephen, this creature was light skin, light kind of skin that you catch, like almost like whitish, large creature, long, as I said, kind of like almost serpent-like in the water, which you saw like fins. Like this thing is obviously meant to be in the water, and with that crit, you notice the water trailing behind it, like where it had been, is almost like seems a little thicker than where it was, like than what the water was, as if there's like almost like this like cloudiness of like somewhat thicker like slime or something,
like
mucus or oil coming off of the creature likely. And you can roll a nature or arcana check, Stephen, once you notice this. It matches the description of an aboleth.
A what?
Of an aboleth. Are we?
An aboleth. Ah,
Is it time for nerdage?
yeah.
Great, love that.
It is time for nerding.
An aboleth. Oh boy, aboleth. Where to even begin with one of these creatures? I'll start with a picture. Going in the chat, kind of like that, in the chitter chat. Aboleths are creatures of the far realm, ocean-dwelling creatures of the far realm, that have very alien minds, with this tendency to enslave weaker beings, races. They are psychic to a point with like telepathy. This cloudiness in the water, this mucus, is this mucus that comes off of their skin naturally, and that's kind of what really pinged you off, I think, Stephen, because those within close range of them can get a disease that eventually kind of transforms creatures into creatures that can only breathe underneath the water, and kind of become these slaves to the aboleth. They're a pretty scary creature.
Yeah. I'm pretty scared.
They're very, very alien, in the same kind of lane as a beholder is alien, but you know these things are are different. And Croft gets a real bottle cap because last week he said that there was going to be an aboleth in this place, and there was going to be an aboleth in this place.
Oh.
He knew. He had that feeling, and I tried not to make a face at that moment when he said
Ooh, it's like I ran into an aboleth in another one of Michael's campaigns.
that. Really like aboleths. And actually,
Why did you do that?
I think there was an aboleth in the Strahd campaign too, but I don't know
Was
if you guys
there?
ever
Okay, I
really
didn't.
came into contact with it at the lake that you guys stayed at. But there was one in there, and there was a battle,
Oh.
but it didn't ever like fully
Come
out.
up.
There was something that happened with it. Like you guys kind of like scared it off. But the villagers that like burned down, it was in that area.
Oh, at the tower that we were sleeping at.
Yeah.
Got it.
But no, where I had is in
Water.
the Waterdeep. Yep. You just hadn't seen it
Oh.
yet, but Emmy had a stone in which she could talk with an aboleth.
Yeah. That
Okay.
was the stone that I got to really use the voice modulations on, and it was very cool.
It was super
The
cool.
Stone of Galore. Galore was a horrifying aboleth. Maybe we'll learn more about one.
One day.
This is just the thing that is, I think, pretty awesome. Gods in the lake. Aboleths dwell in watery environments, including ocean abysses, deep lakes, and elemental plane of water. In these domains, and the lands that adjoin them, aboleths are like gods, demanding worship and obedience from their subjects. When they consume other creatures, aboleths add the knowledge and experience of their prey to their eternal memories.
Great. Love that.
Pretty cool horrifying beasts of legend. So you think you saw that about, like, I don't know, 100-ish feet above you, swimming through the water pretty
Yeah.
fast, pretty rapidly, easily,
Okay.
quickly.
And we've barely made our way up. Like we're 5%, 10%,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
20 feet up, 30 feet up.
Yeah.
Okay. Compared to like what side of the wall we're climbing up, what side of the wall did it swim back into?
You're on the southern portion of the wall, because that is just kind of above the hole that you came out of.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of came from the northeast and quickly darted once it was in like open water, spun around and quickly darted to the southeast. So it's now kind of on the same wall as you suspect.
Great.
Maybe we should
Just
start
love that.
rotating west.
Great plan. Love that.
All right.
So nice.
Why are we
nice,
here again, guys?
Nice slow rotation to the west. I like it.
We're here.
I'm having second thoughts about this plan.
Bison's ready. Everyone else is.
Okay.
He'll have his crossbow at the ready.
Yeah.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Guess so.
All right. The swim continues. Y'all are probably about 60 feet up, kind of rotated onto the western flank of the wall. When
I hear a ding in my head, and it's like, oh, time to go back to the other room.
Steven's just like hoping he hears the ding, I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Tempting to lie about it.
you do hear something in your head.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's this now? Do I have new friends?
Is this the same voice as the Ithilich, or is it a different one?
It seems to be a different.
Okay. Hello? Yep, we're friends. Don't want any trouble here.
What brings you?
We're looking for someone. An individual named Paragus. Have you heard of him?
No.
Okay. Well, we were just trying to get up to the top and see if he was up there, maybe. Is that cool? Nameless voice.
For a time, there's no response. Kind of hangs in the air. And then kind of like curling over an overhang above you, within 50 or so feet, you see these kind of like long green tendrils kind of like spilling over slowly, and then this head with this massive circular mouth, kind of all these teeth, and notably these 3 vertical red eyes. This massive aquatic creature, kind of telepathically projecting these words into your mind, and apparently receiving them back. And it just kind of like stares into the group of you for some time, just kind of like sitting there on the edge, floating. And you can see as that mucus just kind of like fills the water around it.
It has been a time since anyone came from below. Why do you come from there? How did you get here?
People normally come from above?
Food, mostly.
That makes sense. We'd offer you some mayonnaise, but our jar ran out earlier, so I don't know if you're friends with the Otyugs, but they like it a lot. So
Otyugs are poultry creatures.
yeah, no one accused them of being smart. Just said they liked mayonnaise.
Was that paltry or poultry?
Could be both.
Yeah.
We and farm like
To answer your question, we were roaming through some of the corridors and found a trapdoor, and that's what kind of led us here.
Are you saying you found this place by accident?
Kind of, yeah.
You're not meant to be here.
Not
Correct.
really, no. Yeah, we're just we're looking for Paragus and just kind of stumbled our way in.
Make a persuasion check. You can see it
Don't
kind
like
of
that.
curl back over the top, out of view.
You were sent by no one but yourselves.
Yeah.
Well, technically, we got here because we died.
This is true.
Yeah. But we're still alive? We don't really quite understand, to be honest with you. So.
Kind of swims out into the center, kind of in full view, and then over more towards the northern edge of things as you guys are on the western wall. Probably still 50 feet away, but on the north wall now, and in view of you.
You're curious creatures. Seeking this Paragus. Why would you believe him to be here?
We really have no idea where he is, so it's just kind of a process of elimination sort of situation. What was your name?
Astronel.
Ansernel? Astronel. Got it.
Oh, is that the dude?
Wait a minute.
Did
Didn't-
Wait,
did Astronel send you?
Yeah. It's that guy, right?
Perhaps.
Okay.
So this dude
Wait
is
a
the
minute.
deceiver.
Astronel. You and, what was the beholder's name? Thanaxia?
Pretty dang close. Thaxalia.
Oh, Thaxalia. You and Thaxalia have beef, right?
Kind of glares out as you say that. Taking a more defensive stance in the water. Stance, just to say.
Position.
Yeah.
You know of Vextalia.
Well, we did. He
Kind of killed
is
him.
no longer with us.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
He did attack first.
Who's rolling?
Whoever.
Oh, I thought you were.
One of the two of you that said it.
Go ahead, Lagandu. You got the +3. A flat D20 roll over here, so. Yeah, I love that.
The tentacles kind of like ease down.
Roll
a
again.
little bit.
You had advantage.
Oh yeah. We'll take the 9. Just kidding. Yeah, the tentacles kind of ease down a little bit.
Vaxalia is dead.
Yeah.
He is a pile of snot on the ground.
By
Yeah.
your hand.
It's kind of gross. Mm-hmm.
Unless that was a bad thing.
You see the aboleth kind of twirl, like, and shoot up. Straight up through the sun. Moving at 80 feet per 6 seconds. Leaving a trail of bubbles and slime behind in the water.
Does that mean we can keep looking for our friend?
There's no response.
Keep clapping,
Yeah,
boys.
no, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
And the climb continues.
Made his day or sounded the alarm. One of the two.
Yeah. Or he's going to check for himself somehow. On that note, let's keep a tighter perimeter, just in case Steven has to get us out of here.
Now, I don't know how long it takes you to climb
700 feet of wall or something.
not that much, but
Lot.
God, where did I literally just had it. I'm like, 350 feet of water.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. But you are approaching the surface after the appropriate amount of time.
How many caves did we pass?
There were multiple small caves that dug in 20, 30, some 40 feet. Maybe you guys looked into them, checking them out, but the ones that you passed seemed to only go in a little bit, and they were all completely underwater caves. Some maybe had like a very small amount of like,
An air bubble or
air.
something, but
But yeah, like these were some were tunnels, some probably wrapped and looped back around little ones, but none like the one that you guys traversed that had worked stone bottom. That like it was kind of meant to be there. They were all seemed like kind of like carved out and more natural looking.
okay. But yeah, we would head to the surface then.
As you're approaching the surface, probably like 20 feet above you, you can see that this pool is like somewhere in the realm of 70 feet across ish. 50 to 70 feet across, hard to say exactly. And yeah, you're approaching the top, and it seems more illuminated up here. But you saw you never saw the aboleth.
And we never saw like his mucus trail again.
Yeah, it was just like no, because it kind of like disperses into the water.
Okay.
After, and yeah, you get the sense that his very quick rising to the top just left even less of it behind than when he was like kind of moving through. But yeah, you never saw a glimpse of him.
All right, let's crest the surface, I guess.
Breach the surface. Okay, I'm gonna breach y'all one by one.
That's awkward phrase.
Okay. Here you all are.
What's up, Astronel?
As you guys all just kind of splash above the surface on the edge of this water of this large room. Let me give you kind of a look of this room. What you see is the walls of this cavern are similar shade of dark blue as the pool of water that fills the central area that you guys are all kind of emerging from. Ripples spread across the surface of the water as you guys reach, and around the cavern are narrow alcoves. I can say words that hold enormous globes of blue liquid suspended in the air. You can see them on the map. These are like large spheres of water. In the western portion of the room, you see there is a black gate. Upon it is a fish out of water, a aboleth, with its tentacles kind of like draped over this black gate. And there is just mucus and water all around it. And though it's like, it's kind of like thrashing violently and angrily atop of the stone, like slapping its tentacles on it, and making these horrible gurgling noises. I don't know if anyone speaks deep speech, but it's
Missed that class.
spooky noises coming out of this thing.
Oh, shit, I do.
Yeah, it's like
Really?
cursing.
Yeah.
It's like essentially cursing and like if Saxoria is truly dead, I was to be released. Release me, you foul beasts! And it's like slapping the stone. I have won! And cursing. And it doesn't seem to have noticed as you breach the water in its angry thrashing on this black gate.
Tyson will relay that to the party. What it's saying.
Maybe his releaser has tucked tail and run.
I wonder who made them do that.
You okay, Astronel?
It fucking turns its head so fast in your general direction. Like
A little pea comes out and
little water and mucus flirts out. Have you lied to me?
No.
Show him the ring.
Oh yeah. Great call. I will reach into the bag of holding and we'll pull out the ring of invisibility. Thaxalia wore.
And you see it's like three eyes like upward down. And it calls out loudly.
Free me, as you promised.
And it's like looking in the air.
Who
She
was
is
supposed to-
defeated.
Who was
And
supposed to free you?
The masters of this place.
Can I tell, is he wearing our requisite bands that Hop and Vaxalia wore and all the other people did?
Yeah, make a perception check. Yeah, you can actually, like, as it like thrashes, like there are a few tentacles that are just kind of in all of the other ones that are smaller, and you can actually see there's like a glint of shining band.
So you're a prisoner here too, Astronel?
Yes. But I have won. This place should no longer bind me.
And it slaps at the gate again.
Who, what was the game? What was the challenge?
I could overcome Vaxalia. The game would be over. I would be free. Our war has stretched centuries.
And, Master, whatever his name is, Ilithich, he was the one who set this game?
Yes, the outsider.
The Outsider?
Yes.
Cited who?
You would know that those from the far realm are often referred to as outsiders. And though aboleths are also.
I said, Dyson's gonna think to the rest of the party, isn't he also an outsider?
Yeah, that's why I was.
He technically would be, but unless he is from a material plane, perhaps.
Doesn't make sense, but we'll roll with it.
Well, is this gate the only way out of this room?
There is a full gate to the south and one to the east.
And he kind of like looks in those directions.
I may not pass them.
He then kind of looks his body in the direction of one of these large spheres, and it comes in his direction, just floating over the ground. This massive sphere of water just floats over your head to him, where he slips into it and is now swimming in this massive sphere of water. And he kind of floats that. It seems he's doing this all mentally as he floats it to the center, kind of pointing you guys in the direction of the fog gate here, and then this cavern to the south. When you look towards the south, there's just kind of like shimmering, dancing light coming from that cavern, and you can actually see there are like a bunch of humanoid zombie-like figures, and they're all just kind of like digging against the walls of these like gemstone-like shimmering lights. But they don't really seem to be making much progress, as they're just kind of like hitting with like picks and digging at it, but nothing seems to be changing about the walls. But yeah, he's now floating in a big bowl of water.
Astronel, do you have a way of summoning the master?
I wish I did, or I would kill him myself.
Well, we want him dead too, especially now hearing that you seem to have been the rightful winner of the game against Thaxalia. That injustice needs to be rectified.
We're in agreement.
And he's like, if Aboleth could pace back and forth, he's doing that in his big bowl of water.
Well, shall we explore to see if there's a way out of this room?
I mean, didn't he say it was just fog gates? We can, definitely, but
Yeah, but we've come across other ways than fog gates before.
that is true.
How long will one of those bubbles last?
Indefinitely.
If
Do you want to come with us?
You have a
Outside
way
of
out
this room?
From below,
The lowest tunnel.
Oh, can he fit through the?
He can't. You get the sense he wouldn't be able to fit.
Let's see if we can find a way out for you.
do these undead do anything as I draw close?
Yeah, as you start walking in the room, like you can see them all kind of like turn very slowly, and they all kind of look at you, and then their mouths all open and mime the words that you hear in your head, as he says,
Don't mind the undead. They won't attack you unless I tell them to.
and they all kind of mime that to you at once. It's scary.
It is very scary. What are they doing?
Awaiting my commands.
And they all mime that as well.
You're trying to dig yourself a way out.
No, just keeping them occupied.
Do they make progress?
Never.
What's our wand of secrets count?
I think I have one more for today.
It's got to be in that
So
room
used it
down
twice.
there, or up here to the north. It's the only two, I think.
Yeah, let's just start scanning walls. See if we can pick up a clue in at least a general area that we can use it.
Everybody can make perception checks if they wish. Whether it be scanning the walls. Yeah, you guys kind of cover some areas. You don't seem to uncover anything that appears to be a secret door or anything like that.
Steven, do you have something
Yes.
prepared?
I do have sending prepared.
You could attempt to reach out to a new acquaintance that ran off just a little while ago. Tell him Astronel won his game.
That's true. Astronel, what has the master had you doing down here?
Exactly to me.
Like, why are you here? Like, does he have you performing a task for him?
No.
He looks like at you. Not really sure what your meaning is.
I'm confused why you've been brought here against your will for seemingly no purpose, and I feel for you, Astronel.
Like swims around in his little bubble.
What is it that you're doing here? You say you killed and found yourselves here. And you're
Yes.
seeking this person. Why?
Parrot. He may have information that may help us. Or the place that we come from is in danger, and we're hoping he can help defeat the danger. I know that aboleths are inherently evil, correct?
Generally speaking, yeah, they're very
Yeah,
alien and generally have very alien ways of thinking, enslaving.
So like,
things
yeah, so like just
in their nature.
the enemy of our enemy is our friend in this specific instance, but it's not like, oh, he might be pretty pro Viscerus in the grand scheme of things.
Or different.
Yeah, but it's not like, oh, sob story now gonna want to help us. Like,
Yeah, you from
maybe
your
y'all should get stronger so you don't get enslaved.
Yeah, I mean, from your general check earlier, you would not really think that an aboleth would follow any god. They would see themselves as a god rather than following. So it's not in their nature, these creatures from the far realm, to really follow a god. And I think, though it was long ago, that you uncovered some information that seemed to indicate that some of the mind flayers, like within the same whatever the fuck they call it, mind pod hive, thank you, of the dreamer, seemed to be kind of under the influence of some godlike being. But that was really weird. Mind flayers.
That was unusual.
That was very unusual for mind flayers to be kind of under this kind of like influence of a godlike being.
Well, you want out of here? We want the key. We both want the same thing, I guess.
Mhm.
Stephen, tell him something to that effect that doesn't give away our position. But like, it's pretty obvious we have aligned interest at this point. I really don't want to like stoke his anger. Like, yeah, Stephen, he just put him down here for no reason. He's just a jerk. But like at the
Yeah,
risk
we'll,
of getting,
we'll save that till the guy shows up.
Look at him. Look at his face.
but we got to get him. Like if we're gonna have this guy's help, Astronel, we got to get the guy to come here because we can't get him out unless there's a secret exit.
Yeah, Bishop doesn't see. I
Because this is
Can't
the last
imagine.
stop. Like it's only fog gates at every turn from
Yeah.
here on out. Does Astronel have the sending spell? Feels like if he could get,
You asking that?
yeah, if he could get what's his face here, like we could really surprise him. If we send it, I don't know
He
that he's
knows.
going to want to come back to the guy that just got his ass kicked.
Generally, you get the sense that Aboleth can't cast spells, but you never know. If you want to ask him,
I mean, he already said he can't call him, I guess.
Did he say that?
he did. He did say.
Do
I
we
think
want to tell
even sending a
him?
message is our best play left. Go ahead.
Do
Will.
we want to tell Astronel that we defeated the Beholder and it looked like the Elitha Lich was actually trying to bring him back? Or do we want to hold that piece of information?
I've been thinking about that.
Let's just hold it. I mean, I think it'll just make him angrier for, no, he already seems ready to kill the Elitha Lich. I don't think he needs more motivation at the moment.
And that may be something for when maybe the Elith Lich is in the room, we could say.
Yeah. What's the Elitha Lich's name again, Michael? Starts with an X. I think it was like XYZ. Oh, Zyulik.
This is a shot in the dark, but can like Gandu do his reduce and enlarge on somebody else, or is that a Lagandu only trait?
That'd be amazing.
Ooh,
If we could make him smaller, like a polymorph or something, to get him out of this place.
kind of.
Hang on, I'm typing a message to Zyulik. Get y'all's 2 cents before I cast the official spell.
Hey, girl, you up?
Yeah. I think that's 25 words. I've got 3 more words. What do y'all think? Not casting it yet, Michael. Any takes? Should I be more intimidating? Here, we'll throw that little tail on the end.
Yeah, the only risk I see is like this is the Aragorn dismisses the army of the dead situation. Like, if he lets Astronel loose, we lose our best NPC ever.
Thank you. I also believe I'm the best.
Well, like Michael said, this guy thinks he's a god, so I'm not optimistic about his interest in fighting with us long term.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything better to say. Might as well cast the die. See what happens.
All right, send it. YOLO. Steven sending threatening messages to a lich. Let's ride.
All right. Steven sends the message.
Guess I should
If only-
actually click the spell.
If only read receipts existed.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Before I do that,
Uh-huh.
remind me, because we know he's on another plane. It's a 5% chance, right?
I believe it is a 5 center.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and send.
I can tell you if it's higher percent than that.
If it's higher, I might rethink, but
I think it's only.
I think it's just 5%.
I think you're right.
5% chance.
Okay.
The message doesn't.
Go ahead and send.
Yeah. Yeah. As I was saying, if only read receipts existed, you know. But there is no response. But the message was sent.
Sure. Well, I'm out of ideas now.
Perhaps we should go out the east, see where that takes us, and come back if we need to.
How?
Another fog gate.
Yeah.
We're sure
don't
none
have
of us
that
we
key.
have work.
We could try.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try them, but we know they didn't border any of the other ones, so.
Yeah, if you approach the fog gate and also the one to the south, your keys will not work on them. Both seem to be of zones you do not have the keys to pass through.
Steven hasn't heard any dings in his head,
No, he has not.
so.
Yeah, sure. No. How often do people stop by for a visit?
He floats over to you. There are
things thrown into water from time to time. I'm given new thralls from time to time.
Does Zayulek ever come?
No.
Never. Not once.
Perhaps once.
Well,
Pardon me, wizard boy. Did not mean to get you wet.
it seems like we might not have a way out of here without finding the keys to these gates.
Yeah, so the key, I mean, I've been thinking it's got to be on Zayulek, but where else could it be? Like, could it be on a thrall? Could it be in the trash heap with the Otyugs from somebody they ate at one point in time and crapped out?
I mean, we found the first Lich's key in his little hidden room, but we were able to find it because we already had a key to that level. Like from a meta perspective, we've painted ourselves into a corner, so like we have to do something to kind of shake the snowball, like this kind of dead end. So it seems like.
Do we have sending stones?
We have a sending stone.
Yes, we have one that goes to Arthur.
Ari.
See how
Ari's got one.
Yeah, because he was scouting the horde of undead that was going towards the woods.
But nothing that would let us go to like the ooze zone and then have Astronel contact us.
It would have to be
Can we,
Steven reach out to Astronel.
can we use this black gate? In the room?
We could to get back to Luthio for sure.
Could we bring Astronel with us?
Oh, that's fun.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I didn't catch that, Preston. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess we must have missed that you were talking about the black gate.
Do we know that
Yeah,
one goes to
I-
Luthio?
We can make any black gate go back to Luthio.
Yeah, you can make any black gate go back. He gave you the sequence to that room.
Mm-hmm. Well, Astronel. It's
Let
a
him with
different
his
part.
bracelets.
Good question.
I mean, we
Good
went through
try.
with Hop before, right? Did we go through with a black gate with Hop while he had the bracelets on?
I don't
No.
believe so.
No,
No, we went through fog gates.
Hop had his bracelets off by the time he went to black gate.
Yeah. It was we've only been through one black gate, the one that brought us to the zone.
And then the one that
Well, I mean,
even has been through. I brought him out.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And how
He
do we
doesn't
get
have-
hops? How do we get hops off?
We killed the Lich that had the key.
Does that
and
key
took
work
off.
on this dude's bracelets?
We'll try.
Try it.
I doubt it, but worth a try.
You want to try
Do
the
they work?
key on his bracelets?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
He lets us.
Yeah. What do you say to him?
Hey, Astronel.
This floating aboleth, this pool of water.
We're 99% sure this won't work, but since we're just kind of sitting here brainstorming, this key worked on a friend of ours' bracelets in a different zone. Can we try it on yours just to cross out all the possibilities?
My bracelets.
I will point to the things on his tentacles.
As you kind of like give this kind of like motion to him and indicate, there's this like moment he kind of like approaches Steven and just kind of like puts out this like tentacle in that general direction. And there is this, if an aboleth could have this kind of embarrassment, it's like disgraceful feel as it kind of like peels apart some of its tentacles to these like more hidden, smaller tentacles, revealing these bracelets of subjugation on it. It will allow you to test to see if the key will work. And as Steven kind of reaches in there, there is this click, and it does unlock the bracelet.
Ooh. Okay.
And he quickly kicks the bracelet into the wall with one of his tentacles into the large pool of water in the center.
Cool.
Did he just have
Will it let me do the other ones?
Yeah, there's only.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that problem was solved now, Astronel. That's a positive development that we haven't had yet.
Yes, I did not wish to wear it anymore.
Is that his way of trying to like recover some of his pride?
Perhaps.
It seems you're closer to freedom. But are you closer to revenge? You want to stick around and right some wrongs?
Yes, you have many tricks up your sleeves. I must say I am impressed by you. What more do you have in mind?
I don't know what more do we have in mind, guys.
It was bring him through the Black Gate.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know
we
what to do
can,
there, but it's out of this room.
I have no idea. Yeah,
We can, yeah.
The
Continue
greatest
the-
DMPC of all time. That's be this.
Yeah.
Recruit the boss.
Let's take him to like the feeding pools or whatever, the breeding.
Yeah.
It's a water place,
freak
right?
Luthio the hell
The
out.
predator pools.
Predator pools, yeah.
Yeah, so we can use this Black Gate to go back to a different area.
You can
Well,
move
it's-
between the gates.
Limit.
Yeah,
Some of them, not
Yeah.
all of them.
we can go one place through a deal we
Any
struck
place other than
with.
here is a better place than here.
As long as your bubble lasts.
I don't need it.
Well,
Just makes it.
Don't you live in water?
Don't you know anything about amphibians?
Oh. Hey, I didn't want to assume, sir. I just, just trying to be respectful. I presume he likes being called sir.
Yeah. Your Majesty, Sir,
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Astronel the Great and all powerful.
But yes.
Yeah. Not the
Yeah.
astronaut, the deceiver, but basically anything other than. Yeah.
We can go through that gate to get to the place we were before finding you. And then we can either go and retrace our steps or go to a different area. We search for Paragus. You eventually meet the one that can get you out of here.
Whatever can get me out of here is the way I would like to go. If defeating my captors or imprisoners is on the way, I will happily oblige.
Sounds fantastic. Love Nate's new character next week.
Here we go.
Nate, you will be playing a big slimy fish.
Yeah. I say we blackgate it.
Yep. With an Aboleth.
And to what end? Just to like take him to another place?
I guess.
I mean, yeah.
You just said any place is better than here.
Yeah.
And we just offered him someplace else.
Well,
It's either that or we
one
try to
other
swim
option.
back.
I mean, we gotta go back either way. Like, this was a dead end. Our only other option is wait until, see if something trips the alarm. Or we go try the ooze. And the ooze thing, we have to go back anyways.
That's true. I was gonna say Steven could teleport all of us and him somewhere.
Anywhere?
Anywhere Steven's able to teleport.
No one will chime in and say,
It is important to keep in mind, whatever we do, if we do go back to Luthio, he'll have questions.
Understandable.
We, for all intents and purposes, failed. Not saying that Luthio has to know as such. But it's something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
our new friend here is clearly an asset in many ways. But we need to know how to play what we need to play. Luthio is expecting Zayulek dead.
Not just licking his wounds. Yeah.
Because if we go back there, and he knows if he learns Zayulek is dead and we go back there, he will be. I believe he intimated he would be our enemy. So unless we have a card to play, to keep that from happening, or we will lie.
Well, he just needed us to get rid of one. We still have another option.
This is true, but he did say he would not let us have Safe Harbor if we attacked one, and it was still
Failed?
alive.
Yeah.
Because then it would know that he was harboring
Helping us. Yeah.
Things to keep in the forefront of our minds. But we do have him now, pointing at the giant fish, which is an asset, I suspect.
Nowhere else we can teleport to.
And teleport him to the beholder's dead body. That'd piss him off.
Yeah, it's fun to see, but won't get us any closer.
Yes, show me Thaxolia.
Lich is back
feast upon
there
a
trying to revive
corpse.
it again. Oh man.
Yeah, so basically, if you do want to go back to Luthio Boss, you should go back there with some plan.
Plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I was asking, other than just the humor of taking an aboleth back there, which
Yeah,
is
because
hilarious.
Luthio sent you here to kill that Lich, and though he may not know if the Lich is alive or dead, you're not sure.
But he's gonna wonder why we're back.
Yeah, and if it's you're gonna fucking lie to him and tell him that it's dead and things are cool, and yeah, we lost Hop, but we gained this, like, then that's one way to go. Or if you're willing to tell him you failed and try to hold him, basically hostage as well. Yeah, now we did fail and we are back, and he's gonna know that you're helping us. Like whatever way you want to play it. Like
Mhm.
obviously those are two options, and you have more than that. Like you guys can come up with whatever the heck you want, but you should be your characters. Obviously, it's been 2-3 weeks probably since I've seen Luthio last, at least. So your characters would be well aware of the promises kept and what he's expecting. So it's just you need to be ready to like go up against whatever he's expecting. You do have a strange new card to play. However you want to play it.
Yeah, it's not the worst play in the world to just go back and say, hey, we didn't do it. This dude knows that we're in cahoots with you. You can either try to kill us, and if you win, fight him one-on-one, or we can take the whole gang of us and team up on him. But there's no going back at this point. He knows you're out to get him, so you may as well accept the help. Like, that is if we tell him the only reason
Kind of what
he's not dead is because he ran away like a coward, well, what could we do with an additional aboleth, his little Pokemon creature, and him himself? Like, that would be just a face roll.
Yeah,
It kind of
and that's
forces his
basically why-
hand.
That's kind of why no one helped us in the first place, because she helped us and knew that there'd be no going back. The only possible hole I can
How is
poke
this
in that
Pokemon?
logic. Oh yeah, the Gyarados looking creature. I can't tell if that's awesome or sad that I remember what Pokemon it was. Probably both.
Yeah. In a good way.
Is like, would the remaining Lich like accept Luthio as the replacement, knowing he was involved with the killing of this one, of Zayulek? You know what I mean? Because no one told us, and like we know the first Lich isn't dead. It's just, reforming.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, whether that means automatic loss of position or if the Lich is able to keep it quiet is a different conversation. But it's the best play we have so far, Will. So I'm not trying to rain on the parade. I'm just trying to think it through.
Yeah, is this a Dothraki situation where you respect the fight, or is it a
Yeah.
Oh, they did that to them. They could do it to me, sort of deal.
Exactly.
I like Will's idea.
Okay. Yeah, the only other idea I have is literally waiting here or teleporting the aboleth to the holder's dead carcass and waiting for, or the summoning circle, because that seems like a likely place where he would go to try and fix that. Maybe like he might summon some help, but like just waiting in one of those two spots and hoping he comes back.
I mean, going back to Luthio definitely might shake up the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
In which way, we won't be able to tell until we do.
Yeah, until.
And maybe that's just what we have to do. Just throw the dice and see how it goes.
Selig and Xerxes are safe. Wouldn't be a total reboot.
Yeah, a lot of question marks. It's tenuous here with all the lot of faction play happening. Yeah, I mean there's plenty of options. It's just which one you guys end up landing on. You camp here, you camp elsewhere, or you go try and make a play.
I guess, let's say Luthio play works. Still, the only way back into this level is via the garbage. And we're still then waiting for the Illithid Xylu Ulik to show back up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say there's nothing left, but we don't know what's beyond those fog gates.
Well, I was just thinking through of like the risk reward of, we're risking Luthio turning on us for the reward of gaining 1 to 2 allies that gain us access to nowhere we don't already have access to.
Well, that's believing that Luthio hasn't held any cards back.
That's true. That's a good point.
Also, still may be able to
certainly
convince him
would-
to go
he
to the ooze layer.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Aboleth will join us in there, but
It's one of the masters.
it's one of the masters. Maybe.
It's not a
there's
lie.
still, yeah, it's not a complete dead end.
Not saying we do it, but could we let this dude totally out? Like use our key, open the door, he goes out, we stay in.
Like just send him to Luthio? Is that what you're saying? Or like
No,
let him
like-
out of his sphere?
Like out, yeah.
We can
Steven?
try.
Stevens exited the sphere before.
Yeah. It was through a different black gate, but I definitely can.
That could also be a good way of seeing when we are.
Because
then
we
you
could
can
use sending. Yep.
On the Aboleth and see where he gets
Under
spat
new
out.
friends. A face anyone could love.
Just the bestest boy.
Talk about rolling the dice. Here you go, Astrodel. Let us know what you see.
Just gonna lose an aberrant
I'd rather
horror.
message Yo. Rather message Yo Food.
Oh yeah, we still hadn't attempted that, had we?
No, we haven't.
That's probably a safer bet than just throwing an aboleth out in the world.
Letting an aboleth out. To who knows where.
Meet us in Greyforge.
Yeah.
Where?
See ya.
Alright, so options are Black Gate, going back to what's space, or we swim back down to the water and what? Just go back the way we came without our giant eel buddy?
Yeah, and that would just be waiting for the alarm to go off at that point.
Right. There's not another place to
Mhm.
explore in this area, right?
No.
Okay.
So we just gotta choose now.
Out of going back to Luthio or going back to Luthio with an aboleth, I would vote with the aboleth.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that for sure.
We're
It's
going
just
back to
whether we go
Luthio.
back to
It's
Luthio
with
at all.
the aboleth.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
This game's insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's just do that then.
Making all sorts of friends in here. Who knew you can make so many friends in prison?
Can, apparently. So you're either going back with an aboleth or you're hanging out in an aboleth's lair waiting to see if your alarm goes off or if the Eliphalid shows up answering your I don't know what to call it, your
Felt like a taunt.
taunt. Or you're teleporting out of this place. Or you're kicking the aboleth out of the moving car door. Those are the 4 options that I heard. All interesting.
Maybe Luthio will be cool. I'll just be like, okay, cool, go back again.
All interesting options. Some of them, give you more control. Some of them give the dice more control. Some of them, who knows where the control lies?
Who's to say?
Who is to say?
Is your food spelled with a J?
Yeah. I'm not sending that.
Absolutely
Oh, yeah, it is. That's how you spell it.
No, I thought it was
Yeah.
YOFUN. Yeah.
No, I'm spelled it correctly. I'm not sending that this second. I'm just
Yeah, it
putting
won't reach the right
into the
person. Let me tell you.
I'm
that.
still.
If it's before we met Yofun, who is Stephen?
Yeah.
I still can't believe you picked J over Y. Like Foon.
Yeah, I would have sworn it was a J. What can I say?
I thought you just gave up and went phonetics.
Clearly.
I do like that you're still calling him the mighty Yofu.
Yeah.
That's respect.
Oh, like,
He gave me a necklace of fireballs. For buds.
oh, yeah.
Are
And
you
this
actually
lovely
put the right
sphere.
spelling in there, Michael? Yeah, the sphere of awfulness.
What?
Will you put the right spelling in there so I can
Maybe-
just know?
Maybe you should mention the sphere in the message.
Oh yeah, no, my way of spelling is way better.
I mean, I will say it's cool.
We can-
I mean,
Yeah, we'll edit that for the hardback release.
Joe Food.
hey, jump off.
What do you think about mentioning the sphere in the message?
Sure.
Because then, because we didn't know how long he had it, right?
Why don't you just say
He He didn't know you could get trapped inside.
Yeah.
Right, he just like picked it up one day from something,
Yeah.
somewhere.
I think just change instead of saying that I traveled through a portal, just stuck
Yeah.
in your sphere.
Hopefully somebody will respond to one of these sendings one day.
Mhm.
Well, I reckon we filibustered
Okay,
enough for the alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a couple hours since we. That's the thing. Like, it's been a couple hours since we kicked Ulik out, so it's going to be at least a day before he comes back. It's just choosing where to wait for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could wait. Like, what is plane shift? Is that something that he might only have one spell slot of?
Probably.
Like he wants to come back maybe immediately but can't, and we just all wait until tomorrow right here.
I'd rather that than introduce the Luthio wildcard into the mix, but I'm not. I don't have a strong preference on anything, so if we want to do Luthio, I'm game. I'm just giving my slight lean.
It just seems the
As-
interesting option to me is all.
It's definitely interesting. It just feels like an extra variable for the sake of adding an extra variable.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say that like when we get in there, he could turn Astronel against us by saying something we don't know. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
hey, I can let you out of this zone.
There's-
Just kill them.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm gonna go ahead and send my message to Yofun.
Lovely. You will receive a message back,
Ooh.
but I'm going to have to open the next session with it.
Boo!
Mm.
No!
Yeah,
That's BS.
it is.
Our fans will not stand for that, Michael. You
They
put it
will.
at the end of the
That's a-
episode so they come next week.
No, they will.
It's been a while since you pulled a big clippy like that.
Yeah. It's gonna be juicy.
Or not. It's going to be the biggest blue
The
balls
biggest
moment.
letdown.
Yeah. It's like, who is Steven? What sphere?
Right,
Sorry,
yeah, I
I
was just
can't
saying.
help you. Like that's
Well, I mean-
literally all it's gonna be, and you're gonna lose our key demographic, Yofun fans.
We already lost
they're
our
the
key
steady
demographics.
ones.
The Rue fans were our key demographic.
I know.
Well, your food was like
That's
next
why
in
we just-
line.
That's why we can't afford to lose more, Michael.
Hey, Joe Fool!
Your food.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
I
All
vote
right, so
we
that's
wait
the
here
that's
with
the
our new
soft
friend Astronel.
yeah that's the soft end of the episode, right there. But yeah, what are you guys thinking for how long you want to wait? If you want to wait here, if you want to wait somewhere else, because we'll build that in. To the,
Yeah. Maybe we should
the
just long
interim.
rest it in here and just see what happens after that.
We're right by a black gate.
Yeah.
So like we could get out to multiple places.
I haven't burned my 7th level, so like that teleport is available to us, and like this seems as safe, air quotes, a place to long rest without using the mansion as we're gonna find. So
Yeah,
I'm
as
down
long
with
as the aboleth doesn't trick us in our sleep, I think we'll be good.
I think we'll go ahead and set a watch. That seems
I'll
like
take
a nice
first
reason.
watch. You all sleep
Yeah.
here beneath this spear of water.
Yeah. I actually don't sleep, Astronaut. Pay no mind.
Very curious indeed.
Yeah.
Only Glenn was here.
Glenn would fit right in.
He would. He would be
Oh my
right at home
gosh,
in
yeah.
this.
Motley Crew. Motley Crews. Alright, so I guess we're long resting here.
Are you guys chilling in this place, or are you
Nope.
popping a sphere, or popping on?
We'll pop a
Mansion.
nice little hut.
It'd
Just
be
a
near
hut
the gate.
next to the gate,
Love it.
translucent, so we can still chat with our good buddy Astronel. He wants to make some conversation.
No, I'll just be here in the lake. Don't really need to talk to anyone.